It has begun. Okay, so this is what I have to do. I had one video canceled on me, and the reason I'm doing this video is because inside the word of Nibiru, it says Rio Dam. Now that's in Delaware. It also says to dare me. What does that mean? One constellation is daring another constellation or galactic federation that's within this planet that belongs as what they call the ETs when actually we're the ETs. In Nibiru, the letter N is the 14th letter. It is perfect, the letter N. It reaches the cross in Rubik's Cube. And it reaches Virginia in Monopoly as the 14th roll on the 15th property, creating 29, which represents B and I in Nibiru. Now back to the N. The N is 1 times 4 and 1 plus 4 is the highest and lowest you can go, and you arrive at 9, which is 3 by 3, the creation world in which we are in. A and D, 1 and 4, or 10% of your mind in Monopoly. A and D, along with the N that creates it. N is the 14th letter. N is the 14th letter. A is the first letter, and D is the 4th that creates the A and D. It becomes ANT or ANT. With the spirit, it becomes the SANT. And it would become 19 is S, plus the 9 is 28, which is TH time heaven. But we'll get to that next. Also, when you have AND, you also have the word DNA. Axis for 1. In Nibiru, N14 plus the 1 plus the 4 equals a total of 19. That is the man on the moon. It is the 10 connection that we have of the 9 birth equaling to 19. 1 and 9 is a red 10. Roulette style. Then the next letter in Nibiru is I. That is the 9th letter. There is no play with it. It is the last of all vowels, and the first 3 vowels of A, E, and I, and the explanation and the addition of the 3 is a total of 15. 15th letter is the O, which is a vowel, and creating the next vowel, 15 plus the 1 and the 5, A, E, and O, creates plus 6. A, E, and O plus 6. To the 15th O is 21, which creates the last vowel of U, also spelled EU and W. Adding the I on to the 19 is 28. 20 is a T letter. H for the 8th letter is 28 time heaven. We can do it other ways to get to 28. We can go N and N. And in Spanish, they connect them together in one little design and say mañana. Because Nibiru was put together by many letters and designs, making its name. We here on this planet Earth, we pick it up through whoever named it first, because it was supposed to be that way inside the game we play, inside the clock we are. The 3rd letter of Nibiru is the B, which is number 2. If I added up the I and the N to get, I and N that I did not reverse, I am sorry, it says in. A and D, in and what? In and what? D and I together say in and die. Or play the game, because a die is a cube, it's a dice ready for the roll. You have 2 decisions. Now we have the 2 for B. Plus the 28 equals the 4 months of 30 days and the first 3 letters. 30 is creation. 3 by 0, 0 is the value of 15 equals 45, the angle of one piece of the pie. There are 8. You don't get half. The next one is the letter I. Now the B is surrounded by 2 I's. I in the 2 worlds. 9 and 9 is 18 plus 2 is 20. The world we are in. 4 parts of 5. 4 parts of the pie. 4 5s is 20. Center core of your phone and everywhere else. Even the center of Rubik's Cube, which is center number 14, is the 5 position, and it totals 19 for the letter N that we have just done. Now we have 2, 9, 2. 9 and 2 is 11. 9 and 2 is 11. We have 11, 11. 11 times 11 is 121, which is the 1st of May on 3 of every 4 years, in which the 29th of February is added. along with April 1st as April Fool's as the 91st day, or 13 weeks by 7 equaling to 91, or the first 13 cards in the deck, ace through king equaling to 91, 4 91s equals to 364, equaling to the 13 moons, leaving over 1.25 days, in which 1 day in minutes, 1440 and 1440, 2 days, is 2880. Just use the 28, forget about the decimal 0, times the 1 1/4 extra space in the year, and you come out to another circle. Just showing you how everything comes around, along with what I go. What I do is a tree. It builds within its own self. The more you ask, the more we'll know. It doesn't matter what you do know, and it doesn't matter what you don't know. It's what you say, what we put the verbs and actions that will make what we think we might know, because as a whole, we might know as one idea in totality. So we have NIBI. Now 2 by 9 is 18, plus the 11, we're back to 29. We have 29 on each side is 58, and that's the representation of the house of 36 inside the 1 hole. It also in numerology represents number 2, the reason the division of 2, 2, and 2. The next letter we have, and this letter adds up to 39, and 39 means perfect. Nibi, N-I-B-I, says we are now perfect. We are now connected. The next 2 letters are R and U. Add the 18 from the R from 39 is 57. And if you look at the roulette wheel, there's a specific coupling of numbers, on this wheel that will say 5775 for the 3/4 of time that passes of the 1/4 of time spirit. 57. But in this scenario now, when Nibiru ends on U, it's 57 and 21, which is 78. Now, what's funny about 78 is that in 57 and 75, the Hebrew calendar repeats itself, and it's the end of that cycle. This one says 78 when mine says 75. I'm off only by 3 creation, because it took it took the 3 to start before we got the mind going. So we don't have the 3 to end because we already have the mind. Now we can go all the way to just about the end. Don't forget, you're not exact, so put a wall before and a wall after, and everything you do in between is going to be perfectly perfect. Can't make a mistake. It says orphan children on here, and isn't it funny, in the Matrix they called it Morpheus, Orphalan, Morpheus. I don't care. I see it. I see it. When they click in my mind that easily. You know, I remember 30 or so years ago, I went to some psycho. What's the first thing that came to your mind? And I couldn't think of anything because I didn't know how to think. So Nibiru ends up with 78. And now, first of all, back to 57. First of all, back to 39. First of all, back to 30. First of all, back to 28. I mean, I can go right back to the beginning. Because the 14th is Valentine's Day. You have the letter N of the I birth, making 23 creation. 3 by 2, 2 plus 3. That equals 11, the first part of 11. And Ni and Bi, meaning twice, Bi, the split. 28 is 4 by 7, the days in February. 3 by 10 is a 10, 10, 10 world. 10, 20, and 30. T, and T, trust, truth. That's the way it works. It's that simple. There's more that goes with it, but I'm going through it pretty quick, I think. We get the 39, which is 3 by 13. Also the 7th inning stretch. RU is the 18th and 21st letter. 18 and 21 outs in the 7th inning. Funny how we get to sing that song, Take Me Out to the Ball Game, when we're already there. I want hot dogs and chips, and now I have to take all the initials of hot dogs and chips and whatever else peanuts they threw out there, because we are the one spirit of 6. We are the P of the nut, which is a corner of the monopoly without a leg to stand on. It's being held up by the game. I've got somebody who just buzzed me in here, so I can't actually go to the door in the middle of the cassette. But this is the 7th inning stretch, okay? At the same time, the 28 number, which is in Nibiru to start off, has to do with Einstein, because E-I-N is 28. Stein, E-I-N, is 28. S-T is 39. So in the beginning of Nibiru, of 28, where do I get the 28? N equals 14. A and D are the letters that create it numerologically, equaling to 23. equaling to 19, plus the I, N and I, next to each other, N and I, is 23, plus the 5 is 28. Einstein, which is, Einstein, I'm going to have to finish this after. I can't believe I just got to, no, you know what, wait for me, hold on. Oui? Non. Oui, mais j'ai pas de téléphone. Peut-être c'est l'autre bloc. Comes up even to my door. Delivery service for food. Doesn't everybody know? I try my best not to order out. I try my best to eat whole. I ate a chicken in the last 2 days. That's enough. Half the chicken yesterday, half the chicken today, and part of the chicken is still left over. Let's call that the piece of the pie. So we're going back to Einstein. 7 by 4 is 28. 7 plus 4 is 11. We have 39. So we have number 28 done for Einstein, the same thing as we have for Ni in Nibiru. It says Einstein again. S and T equals 39, as well as R and U. Saint Rue says which street? Says the saint of the street. But you also have to read deeper what saints actually mean, because the saints came marching in. You know what I'm saying? The saint might mean something completely different because it connects to a different line. So now we still have Nibiru. To me, K, anytime I see the 29, it's the letter K. Okay, now I'm jumping back a little bit because we had 2 and 9 just about 2 minutes ago. So we had 2 and 9, which is the letter K. In Spanish, sometimes the K is transferred to a B. You know how KV or KB, the decibels we get. I don't know how it works. Acceleration, decompression. So this KV is 22 and 11, which is 33, and it says command and create, the commander of the creation. That's what it says in Nibiru. The last 2 letters, R and U, equals 39. Just like I said, the last 3 numbers, S and T equals 39. And they're all the center of the roulette numbers, which is the 9 lives of the cat, and at the same time, equaling that number, okay, it is also becomes, the being in the center where it is, 39, also becomes the right side of the line of 12, which 39 would end up 36 plus 3, which is the 2 extremity numbers. It can also be on the side is 18 and 21. But it is in that area, 39 and 39 is 78. And 78 is the last completion number of the total number addition of Nibiru, meaning that all the letter values total up to 78, which is double of the 39, which is in between 28 and 78, which is 50, which is the golden age. This thing is real, my friends. This thing is real, my friends. To me, this thing is real. I don't know when it's coming. Another thing I want to tell you is this. The letter N in Nibiru is 14. The letter I is number 23. 9 and 14 is 23 equals W. 9 is the letter I. N is the letter 14. You see what it says, or I missed it? See the numbers? 9 is I, 14 is N, together 23, it says W, it's a win. I guess we got a winner coming in the 7th inning stretch. Everybody knows God rests on the 7th day, yet we haven't gotten here yet. But maybe we have with the coming of the transformer of Nibiru. Just going to tell you something real short in pi. 314 and 315 of pi put you on to Virginia and then into Pennsylvania Railway, into freedom, into life. Just those 2. 14 and 15 is 29. It also talks about the letter B as it goes around the alphabet again. The letter K, KB is the hertz or the information that it's used on the internet. I don't know how that goes. But all in all, 29 is 2 and 9, 11. The next two numbers in pi are 9211. Next two numbers in pi are 6511. 56 represents white. Or is it 65? It doesn't matter. Black is represented by 29, both next to each other, black, white, black. Go figure it out. Again with pi, 14 and 15 basically says on and off. There's a whole way to communicate with pi. It depends what you want to do. You can multiply every single number. You can add them, do them in pairs. But at the end, if you don't do it in the right scenario, in the right method, you're going to get up with a mixed up answer. Raphael 7286. Thank you.